Hello guys, in this video we'll learn snapshot testing or approval testing using Rust. Snapshot tests, also sometimes called approval tests, are tests that assert values against a reference value, the snapshot. Now it's a very common practice around the industry to do snapshot testing, especially when working with Swift, Kotlin, React, or even Rust, as it helps to ensure the output of your application remains consistent as you continue to make changes across your application and you don't unintentionally break anything. Now let's try to understand the flow for snapshot testing. So we have our test suite, regardless of which language we are operating on. So for Rust, we'll just do cargo test to run our test. So we run our test and it checks if we have snapshot. If we don't, it asks for snapshot review and saves the snapshot and the test pass. If we have a snapshot already, then it checks for the diff of snapshot. Now diff of snapshot is stored in different languages like JSON, YAML, depending on which framework you are using, it could differ, but mainly there are JSON, YAML. Will be using YAML for it, and then it checks if diff is equal, then the test pass. If diff is not equal, then the test fail. It's kind of same like how we use assert equal, but provides you more control, more visibility, and also can work on complex structures where you need to test, like not just compared to JSON strings or to numbers. You have more complex and hierarchical object. Snapshot testing gets the job done in very formal way. So we have snapshot testing, we'll see in a minute hands-on. So we already get the reason why we need it. Again, dealing with complex objects where your functions or your program is returning like very complex object and you need to compare literally object with each of the props. So snapshot testing is super helpful, not just in those cases, but even with small things that you can do with assert or assert equal. I think snapshot testing is very handy. And we'll look at hands-on for snapshot testing using Rust in a minute. We'll use Insta Crate for it, and we'll also look at VS Code extension that Insta provides us to use. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Let's get a hands-on of snapshot testing. And as we start, there's a link to my Discord in description. Make sure you join it. We do tons of discussions there and I do help a lot there, and you can communicate with me on Discord and we can discuss a lot of things, a lot of projects that you have. So make sure you join. Now let's start. Now first of all, make sure you have a clean cargo project, and if you are using VS Code just like me, go to the extensions and search for Insta snapshots. Now for me it's already installed, but you guys can just go ahead and install it, and it provides lots of syntax highlighting and jumping to the definition here and there, and also while accepting or rejecting your snapshot you can compare and switch between the snapshot, reject, and all those commands are well highlighted for you. So basically it helps a lot in syntax and all those stuff. So make sure you just install this, and once you have this extension installed, now move back to the terminal. So we'll open a terminal window, and here first of all, to operate or to run Insta commands, we have to install a cargo package. So we'll just do cargo install cargo insta. Now for me it's already installed, but you guys can just go ahead and simply do this cargo install cargo insta, and it would quickly install the cargo insta package for you. Once it's installed, we need a dev dependency which is insta. So for that we'll just do cargo add dev insta with features as YAML. Since we'll be storing our snapshots in YAML, I'll be using YAML, but we can also use JSON and other formats as well. So I'll stick with YAML. And once the command is successfully returned, we can just go to our Explorer cargo terminal, as you can see, we have our dev dependency, which is with the YAML Insta. Now we just move to our main, and here we'll write a basic piece of code and a test against it, and then we'll work with cargo Insta and try to see how can we do snapshot testing, how can we review and accept our new snapshots, and how does it works. Now let's try to understand snapshot testing with a couple of examples. So first one being pretty straightforward, where we split the words of a sentence. So we pass a sentence and we just return a vector of whatever words that we have. So split white space, and then we collect. And then for testing, we add a test that says test split words, and here we do is let words is equals to split words, or let's name this split word, and then we pass the sentence. So let's say the sentence is hello, I am semicolon, please subscribe, which you guys don't do, so must subscribe. And then we just do is our Insta create, and from there we do is assert YAML snapshot, and then we pass the words. That's pretty much all that we need. And open the terminal. Now we'll run our test by simply doing cargo test quite, and as you can see the test fails because we have a new snapshot. And what we'll do is do the review. So as you can see, it says to update or run, you can just do cargo Insta review, but before we do, you can move to the Explorer, and here you can see a snapshots directory added, and inside we have a snapshot split snap.new file. Okay, and as you can see, we have our snapshot, the result here. So we close this file, and let's say we just do cargo Insta review, and as you can see, it gives us the new result, which is our new snapshot. Basically our split word just splits the sentence and gives us this hello, I am semicolon, please subscribe. And now we can accept it, reject it, skip it, hide info, hide diff. So let's say I press A. Now the snapshot is accepted, and if I open the file, as you can see, .new is gone. We are just left with .snap. So we have our snapshot ready. And next time we do cargo test, as you can see, our test pass, and because it successfully passed, we don't make any changes and the snapshot simply matches. Now let's say someone just went ahead and make some changes to this code, and what they do is after split add a reverse, and then they push the code, but our CI just does this and the test fails. And as you guys can see, it clearly says the old snapshot is in red, the new snapshot is in green, and as you can see, there are changes, there is a diff change. So you need to review and reaccept the snapshot if the change is valid. If not, then please revert the change. So what we do is we then go ahead and Insta review, or if you don't want to do it two-step, what you can instead do is white, and actually what we can do is cargo Insta test and review. So as you can see, it automatically runs and asks for the review of the changes, and we accept it. And as you can see, now the new changes are applied, and our snapshot is in a reverse order because our function will now generate in a reverse order. So this is how snapshot testing helps you with a pretty straightforward and basic use case. But let's say you don't want to go to the file, you want to write your snapshot here. That is also possible, which we'll see in a minute with the other example that we have. Now for the second example, let's say we have a function generate user profile. We pass the details and it returns a string which is a JSON, a hierarchical, and we'll see in a minute how does it compares the hierarchy and all other stuff. So we add a test, and the test is fn test generate user profile. And here let's say we have a name as Jack, and then we have age as, I would say, 27, and an email as jack at semicolon dot sg, and then we have is active as true. And what we do is let JSON response and generate user profile, and we pass all the details. And then what we do is assert YAML snapshot, and we just pass our JSON response. And here we just do is we can just simply do this and run our test. That would also help, but instead let's say we want the diff to show up, so we can do is just add and empty. Now we just open our terminal, and here if we simply do cargo test, as you can see the test fails, but we need a macro first import. So let's import, and for that now the test fails, and it simply says is we have a snapshot, and the snapshot needs to be first accepted because we don't have any snapshot for this. Previous snapshot is for a different cause, and for this we have a dot JSON here. So what we can do is now move back and we do the review. So we can just do review and accept the snapshot, and as soon as we accept, as you can see, it updates our code as well with this stuff and adds basically the snapshot here as well. And we have our snapshot file instead of file. Now there's no file, now it's added as part of the code. But if we want as part of the file, I already showed you guys with the first example. Now again, let's say if we make any changes to the code which changes some of the behavior. So let's say in here instead of hard-coded user, what we do is we just return name plus email, let's say, and then we run this. Sorry, we test, and as you can see it fails, but to owned, and now we run this. Okay, as you can see the test fails, it says the snapshot is not matched. And if we review this, as you can see it tells us the snapshot is not matched, you need to accept. And if we accept, it updates in our main file right here. So our snapshot gets updated. And now if you see inside the name, actually right here, yeah, as you can see it says age, email is active, metadata, and then we have name as well, roles, admin. So basically it concatenates both of these in the roles. So now we see name and email. So if we scroll all the way, there we see name and email. So basically we see both the names and email, jack and jacket semicolon.com.sg. So basically it shows the change in the snapshot. So that's how we can do snapshot testing. Now you guys can try it your side and let me know in the comments what do you guys think. It's a very common practice, so make sure you get on with it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, thank you.